Welcome back to Do It With Darryl. We'll be starting the day back at the CNC machine with Ryan. He's got all of Sam's new designs nested and ready for the cutting table. Today, we'll be cutting, bending, and fabricating a rooftop steering console we're calling the SKYHELM. Back here again at JR Marine. Today is so exciting. We're gonna start building out the new SKYHELM. While the guys are getting set up, let's go take a quick look at Sam's design. Hey Sam.
Now,
How are we doing?
great.
Nice to see you again.
Great.
Let's check out the SKYHELM.
SKYHELM. So this is kind of our final revision. So we've got 2 seats.
And so this is piping, and then the cushions will go onto the pipe?
That's correct. So we've got some little flats that are going to be welded on there.
Okay.
For folding it all down when you're driving along, we'll have some little cushion snaps on there to
hold this down.
Exactly, yeah,
okay.
To secure things down. Having that gap there makes it really nice so that you can come in here, unsnap it, and it's just like a nice little secure handle that you can use to roll those seats up.
Look at how cool that is. What?
This design needed to include all the necessary access points that allow for radar, satellite, and lighting in addition to the helm station.
We were talking about bumping this out, so you've bumped that out.
This is being bumped out.
When it folds, does it
Everything
fold well
clears.
This is gonna be the coolest part of the boat, Sam.
It was also important that the entire assembly could be folded forward to allow for the height clearance for storage in our hangar.
So we had talked before about all the cables and wiring for the helm.
Yeah.
So we were looking for the distance to be similar in the rotation.
That's right,
So
as close as we could get it.
Does it line up?
With bumping it forward. I mean, the helm here, it is a little bit forward, but we'll get some kind of 8-inch diameter cable loops through there. This is going to be the conduit right here for the binnacle. We have removable plate right here for rigging.
Okay.
Removable plate here for rigging, and then on the back of the radar and here for rigging, and we'll have adjustable toggle latches that will clamp.
That'll lock it down to here.
Right onto here, yeah.
There are a lot of complex cuts and bends required for this design. So it'll take a full day to get this part of the project completed.
Okay, so that's it. That's the final piece.
This is the final piece. Yeah, final design.
I'm approving that. That is so cool, Sam.
Awesome. Yeah, very excited.
What do you think of that? Like, it must be the coolest piece of the boat.
By the time we got back, Ryan had laid out the sheet of aluminum plate and was starting to set up the machine. For those of you keeping score, there are about 20 pieces that will go into the fabrication of this station. Getting the machine set up correctly will ensure that there are no mistakes in the cut and little to no waste of materials. Once again, the Sharpie scribes bend details onto the many pieces that require bending. After the pieces are cut, Ryan uses a deburring tool to remove the razor sharp edges before handing them off to Aiden on the brake machine. So we're just cutting out or bending out the structure for the new SKYHELM.
and we're gonna leave the pieces open that will screw down so we can actually insert our steering wheel and helm right into the dash before. It'll be a perfect fit.
Because of the many box corners and tight angles in this console, Aiden must change out the dies on the brake machine several times throughout the process to get a clean bend.
With this machine, there's no room for error. So the pieces of the console are starting to come together. On the back of it, this is our wings for the radar arc and our centerpiece and our cup holders. That's gonna be amazing.
With the pieces bent into shape, the table was covered in what looked like a giant jigsaw puzzle.
Aiden's getting the SKYHELM all bent up and ready to get tacked together. The guys are so busy inside. Ryan's cutting the hinges for the new SKYHELM. Aiden is bending up the frame. And next up, we're gonna go into the other shop and TIG weld it all together.
Now, it was time to assemble it. So it was off to the shop to get started on the welding.
Aiden does a couple of quick layouts to see how things will best fit together.
These were really awkward pieces to hold together, especially when wearing heavy leather gloves. Ty and Aiden, with the help of some clamps, managed to get each piece into form before quickly dropping a tack weld to hold it in place.
In what seemed like no time at all, the guys had it sorted out and things were starting to take shape.
At one point, we had to lay the console onto the shop floor to check fit for the next steps. We all thought that it looked like a cross between a go-kart and an airplane.
We're just finishing up with the SKYHELM. So the boys are just tacking it together. Next up, it's gonna get fully welded out.
Once most of the assembly had been tacked together, Ty started working on the hinge plates that will allow the entire console to fold forward. Squaring up the hinges will ensure that the entire console assembly will fold easily and not bind against the frame.
Everyone was anxious to check out the new SKYHELM, so the boys climbed onto the cabin to give it a test fit.
After finding the center line and squaring it up to the roof basket, the guys give the hinge system a try. It looks awesome, and the hinges work like a charm. This will be an amazing addition to our West Coast all-weather machine. A great vantage point for drones, docking, and dodging logs.
Well, it was another great day at JR Marine. Let us know your thoughts on the new SKYHELM in the comments below. And I'll see you next Saturday on another episode of Do It With Darryl.